Hey guys, welcome back to Deepak's Daily Reading, and I want to talk about a book I'm really enjoying at the moment called The Diary of a West Point Cadet by Preston or Preston Sish, or Preston Weish. I should really look it up, but in any event, he is now the founder of, I think, an investment podcast where they just interview or look at the habits of billionaires. Seems like a really successful guy. It's the #1 most downloaded podcast on iTunes or Amazon for investing, over 100 million downloads, which is pretty incredible. So successful guy, but then previous to this he was in the army and he graduated from West Point, which, as I'm discovered, is no mean feat, and it's pretty incredible what they do at West Point. I'll share a couple of ChatGPT links, but he went through cadet basic training, and it's a graduate program, it's a degree program rather, over the 4 years that you're there, from I presume 18 to 22 or 17 to 21, and it's got an astounding requirement in terms of military leadership skills, tactics training, physically as well as lots of mental cognitive tasks, as well as advanced academic expectations. And you have to get a recommendation to go there, and then thousands of applicants, only a few places. So it's an incredible place to graduate from. So it's a really fun book. It deals with funny anecdotal stories that end by demonstrating leadership lessons. So I think it's definitely more enjoyable than tactical, but I do think that there are some really key takeaways from it. So yeah, it's funny, it's entertaining. I recommend giving it a read. I'll send you the link across to it, as well as a couple of the ChatGPT links. I've asked ChatGPT to tell me what it was about. So anyway, I'm up to chapter 4, chapter 5 right now. I'll finish it in the next couple of days, and I'll just talk about my main takeaways. So it has a leadership lesson at the end of each chapter, and one of them is integrity. Warren Buffett quotes, integrity is like fine china, can take a lifetime to acquire it, but a second to break it. And look, I think that the main takeaway from a book like The Diary of a West Point Cadet, it's really impressive what is required at West Point from a mental toughness perspective, and it's very realistic. The anecdotes are fantastic, and because it's about the military environment, it's the kind of literature. And I remember when I applied to the military, and I read a couple of books about the application process. I've not really read a book of this nature before, so I think that the main takeaway is it will really reset your expectation of what's possible with people and what you can achieve when pushed, and in an environment where the standard is just so high, and this is externally forced discipline. So I would love to recreate an experience like this, if even for a month, to really help reset my standards. So it's something that I want to think about and come back to and understand what is the best way to do that, because there's a huge difference, we all know, between how you push yourself and then when you're pushed by a demanding environment, but then when you also have a team leader, a captain, or a commander that you report to who pushes you even further forward still. And recreating a commando type experience or commander type experience is something that I'd like to emulate. So I'm going to have to think about that, about how can I have someone who really pushes me and puts me through a regimen and almost forces me to enforce it. I'm sure there's programs out there that exist that I'd like to look into, and this is something, again, that you could build potentially for the wellness health retreat program we're doing in Italy, and I will have a look into that, in fact. So there you have it. This is a great book. I'd really recommend. Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here. I am huge on listening to books on Audible. So if you're interested in getting all of the insights as I discover them through the course of all the books I read, please do comment, like, and of course subscribe so that you get notified every time we release a video. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you soon.